Back in middle school, Yale was not a joke, but it was more like really far a dream.
I came to the school because I wanted to work with people who all deeply believed that our students can, should, and will go to college and graduate from college.
Una de las razones más importantes también es la educación.
Mire, desde ahí cambió toda la vida para él y cambió para nosotros.
I think that's really motivated them to, pretty much give it all for their kids. That's something I really admire.
We talk about a commitment between the family, the student, and the school. And there's this idea that we're all rowing together for this common cause.
David's mom doesn't speak English, and David's mom used to come into these meetings and would do everything she could. We really pushed David to think about where he wanted to be and why he wanted to be there.
SAT work? Yep, absolutely, no problem. Helping out students after school in the Mass Day Center? Yes, I'll do that. He's just somebody who says yes.
I always wanted to be more of a quiet leader that leads more by example.
That's really been the story of David, is moving from quiet and reserved to quiet leadership. And so much of that is tied into just the character strengths he's developed over the years here.
It was late. We had practice that day, so I walked home. I was like, today is the day. I guess I find out if I get accepted or not.
I was sort of waiting with bated breath, what's going on? What's going on? Has he gotten a decision? Has he gotten a decision?
I waited till my mom got home. She got home pretty late.
Él salió y me dijo sonriente, mami, adivine qué. Yo digo, ¿qué, mijo? Él dice, ¿sabe qué mejor cuando entre le digo?
I was like, hey, Miss Sykes. I was like, hey, any news yet? Yeah.
I waited till she got settled down and everything. And then I told her, Mom, I got into Yale. And she couldn't believe me.
Yo dije, ¿qué? Y esa fue una emoción tan grande.
And I was like, oh my God, high fives and all kinds of craziness. But he was just like, yep, I got accepted. And was really just like, I just want to thank you for all the work that you've done and helping me. And I was like, oh my God, David, I did not do that. You did that work.
I got accepted, and I was really surprised. I didn't expect it.
The part of this that I think is really important for us is that David's success and all students that we're seeing off to college, all of that is absolutely built on the shoulders of many strong, wonderful teachers.
That's really one of the things that many years ago attracted me to AF, is that this is a place where teaching is the solution. We all have that teacher in our past who, when we think back, that's the teacher that inspired us, that's the teacher that motivated us.
What I think has been really helpful is this culture of reflecting, providing feedback to people, and constantly pushing ourselves to be the best that we can be every day we're standing in front of students.
Every teacher in our school has a coach who meets with them every single week. They're observed for at least 20 minutes. They get an hour coaching meeting where they get feedback on their lesson. They practice and role play how tomorrow might be different.
I am excited to be a part of a network that is willing to listen and is constantly willing to kind of go back and say, how can we tweak this to make it better?
You can be that teacher for a student, that teacher that impacted your life. You can be that person if you're willing to put the effort in, and we're going to help you.
It is a pleasure and it is an honor to be here and to be sitting in an audience when you see a student who you remember struggling as a 10-year-old, walking across the stage, announcing where they're going to college.
I don't want David's story to be the exception. I want David's story to be the rule.
If that student up there whose story sounds so much like mine can do this, if that student who has similar passions to mine, or that student who has a family similar to mine can do it, then I can do that.
I hope they look at me as a role model, whether on the field or academically.
I think that he represents, for me personally, the reason that I do this work.
And honestly, it's these moments, right? That when you think about David and all of the things that came together to work in his favor, this is what kind of fuels us to keep going back.
I'm working towards making sure that every student is provided the same opportunities, the opportunity for a great education, an opportunity to live their dream, and an opportunity to do whatever they would like to do with their passions. I truly believe that the teachers I work with are people who can transform the world.